All right, one last midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. Now, last we left off, I just got done putting in this new line, which handles bread production and also distribution to Springfield and also down into San Francisco. But to be honest with you, it's not perfect. So we're going to work on making this a little bit better, because what's going to happen is this going to get backed up. You know, if you look at the trains, I'm going to want more than one train delivering food into Springfield. Springfield is going to demand more food as it grows, and I'm going to have a couple trains going back and forth this way. But as my grain comes into the processing plant, I'm also going to have multiple trains. I'm thinking maybe a maximum of 3 going back and forth so that the processing plant produces enough food for both San Francisco and for Springfield. But they're going to have this problem where they're going to hit this junction here and people are going to be stopping and waiting, and it's not going to be really good. Matter of fact, it's going to cause significant issues. So let's go ahead and get started and get this resolved. I think what I want to do is just expand this train and have an additional track line coming in. And we're going to place a track line in, let's say right about here. Let's also expand out the cargo platform and have that going out one more as well so that I can get in another track line. And I'm not going to be able to do anything on this side because of the way that the track is laid out. And maybe I'm going to have to change that, and I probably will. So let's go ahead and just put that right there, and that should be good. And what we'll do is I will remove this track. I'm also going to wind up removing this section of track, and I'll fix this junction in here. Let's back it out just a little bit farther and go back in and remanage this and configure this to be, once again, just a little bit farther out, and we can expand both of those. Well, I don't want to expand out the platform anymore, but let's expand out the tracks. And so now I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is going to do what I needed to do. So let's repair the line just really quick. It's not that hard. I don't like the fact, there's a couple things I don't like about this game. And I don't like the fact that if I set a setting, like let's say I don't want the electric lines to be on a track, or I don't want the music on, or there's some things that, like the cost of the trains and the vehicles, I don't want to see that all the time. Unfortunately, the game does not remember that. I have to turn them off every single time. So I hate that about this game, but that's the way that it is. Let's back this up just a little bit, and I'm going to put this track in right here. And decent. I don't care for this slowdown. I mean, this slowdown is a pretty significant slowdown. So let's see if I can make this arc a little less wonky. I mean, it's 55. I'd rather have it keep it going 80. And what I'll do is I'll just fix this track here and have this track merge in. And that way we get back up to full speed. Okay, done and done. Let's fix this track down here. We're going to have the same kind of issue, but what I want this track to do is I want this track to merge into this first line coming in. So what's going to happen is trains coming out of Springfield, bringing food back and forth. Now, maybe I won't have multiple trains. I think this train goes fast enough that I only really need to have one train picking up food and dropping it off into Springfield. That's fine. I could expand out the number of cars that are on that train if I wanted to deliver more food. I do, however, want this train coming in from San Francisco to attach down here into the first one. Now, I mean, let's think about this for a second. Yeah, yes, that's what I want to do, because this is also going to be a passenger line. So maybe, yes, later I'm going to double up this track, and this is going to be a passenger line as well. So, okay, I'm talking myself into how I want to do this, and that's exactly how I want to do this. I want to bring this in here. Now, again, we're going to have the same problem that, you know, the line is a little bit messed up because we extended it out, and so the arc and the angle is not that great, and the train is going to wind up slowing down significantly, and we don't want really a significant slowdown. We want to keep this train going as fast as humanly possible. So I'm actually going to fix this track significantly, it looks like. It's going to cost me a bunch of money to come back into this main line over here. And, you know, these are things that you have to do when you're playing this game. You have to kind of figure out what is the best way to achieve the goal of making sure that the trains are going as fast as humanly possible, as efficient as humanly possible. And I keep hitting trees instead of the track. And so sometimes you just have to rework this stuff. I don't like the fact that there's not like just a train selection tool where I can select like a huge amount of track and stuff. Kind of like a, you know, drag and select kind of deal. Okay, so I have that all done. Turn the bulldozer off and let's reconnect up this track here. Seems like I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficult time. Oh, because of the height. Fine. So be it. Let's pull that in the back of this now. Really? Yeah, some interesting things about the train simulator. I guess I'm coming off of this mountain here. Yeah, I am. For sure I am coming off of that mountain. I guess I could come down with it. I can't go any farther down with the track. Dang it. Oh, well, I didn't want that track. Can I... Can we, do this another way? There we go. Okay, so it'll dig in here, so that'll be perfect. All right, we have to fix this problem. I took out the double track. I gotta put the double track back in. I'm looking at my money. My money's running a little bit low, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and merge these tracks together at this point. We have a little bit of slowdown going in here because I didn't pull that out far enough. I might rethink that. I am definitely going to rethink that for this one, especially after seeing what I saw. The autosave just got me. Great. That's fantastic. Okay, good like this. And yeah, let's merge these tracks in a little bit more gently if I can. Ow, I guess the angle is too great. So let's go from here. Perfect. I need to put signals back in. I want that to wait. I want this to wait. Let's fix this track though. Yeah, a little bit smoother of a connection. It's 105 on that connection. I have a little bit of slowdown because of that arcing turn. But what can you do? I mean, it's the way that it is. Okay, so that's going to stop. That's going to stop. That is fixed. That's resolved. Let's go back over to here. This is going to be a single delivery. Let's get this prepped though for more than one train because I'm going to have more than one train coming in here. So let's take this track. Where's the connection to the platform? Is right here, and I'm out of cash. Oh God! All right. Well, hey, let's. You know what? It's just only money, right? Let's borrow some more. Couple million here and there. What does that matter? Do I want to go on the outside with this? Let's go on the outside. Well, no. Let's stay on the inside of this track. So it connects a little bit easier. We'll go in smaller portions. Okay, good. All right, zoom on in. Connect these guys up. That's 65. God, that was a huge section of track I got rid of. Okay. Fine. So be it. Let's just go a little bit more and then start merging in. It's a little far from this station, but okay, whatever. I don't know that that's going to hurt me that much. Come down over here. Back out smaller. Go one more? No, I don't want to go one more. That's too much. We'll have this. This is going to be a little bit. This merge is going to be a little bit of a slowdown, but keep it within 70 is okay, I guess. All right, good. Let's put some signals in. Let's see. I want this guy to stop as somebody's coming out and then come back over here. And I want this guy to, oh, I already have the signal there. Good. I don't really like that it's so far. Yeah, I know. I should have done this a little bit better, but. Okay, 95's livable. I'll have that wait. Okay, good. All right, so that's done. I think what I want to do now is just speed up time and let this run for a while. Okay, so I've paid off a vast quantity of my loans, and I mean, it's still $2 million in debt, but I think it's time now to start replicating this train line. So I did have to take out the depot. I got rid of the depot. Let's put the depot back in, and I want to put it back in relatively close to this train station. So let's put it in roughly right about here and get the depot back in place. And that'll help me with making a new train. And so what I want to do is let's go to the line. And actually, we just need to go to the vehicle manager. We'll go to this red line. And we'll take this train and we'll see if we can reproduce it. Now, to clone it, we're going to need... Let's see. How much does this train cost? Oops, I didn't... I wanted to edit this train. This train costs 6.5 million. Oh my God. 6.5 million. I just, let's borrow some more money here. Let's take out 7 just in case. And let's let this run just a little bit. I should have taken it out when it was roughly here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to reproduce that train somewhere in this neighborhood. Right, I lost a little money. That's the problem with taking out money early, is because the maintenance costs on everything is eating up. And so I'm going to have to wind up taking out a little bit more cash. But this looks like a really good spot. So let's stop that. Let's take out a little bit more cash. And let's reproduce that train on that line. So let's go back to the vehicle manager. Let's take this train and let's duplicate it. Okay, and so it's now on the line. And it's going to come out of this station. Matter of fact, let's just watch it come out of this station here. Ah, I made a mistake. I put the depot in a place where you can't get to the line. Oops. Oopsie. Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake because I added an additional track here and I wanted putting the depot on this line. It wasn't able to connect up to the red line, which is the grain line, right? So this is, I wanted it to connect up to here. But then also in the future, I'm going to want to add new trains to this purple line and maybe also to the Springfield line. So what I had to do was rearrange how my depot got positioned. And so now I've added a connection into both of the lines, and any train that comes out of here should work just fine. So here the train comes out. She's coming out. I see her going. Let's ride with her for a little bit. There's the other train coming in. They're stopping because somebody's pulling into the station. I'm moving on. And I'm going to go over and pick up my grain. So let's just kick back and enjoy the ride. This is the first stop in a Springfield, which was really there. I mean, there's nothing. That was a drop-off point for the grain. But of course, I didn't have any grain, so I'm off to get some new grain. The graphics on this game are amazing. I mean, I love the skybox. It's in the background. Look at the clouds. The clouds are beautiful. It'd be nice to see the clouds go by. It'd be nice to have a weather system in here, but I don't think that they have a weather system. Here comes the other train. They're coming back from the grain station with the full load. You see the grain that was in there. This guy is going to pull in. We're not picking up our full 80. That must have been a little bit of a hill there. Now we're picking up a little bit more speed. Getting up to our max speed. And I can see the train station up ahead. And so we're going to pull in here and we're going to pick up a little bit of grain. Good. Ready to pick up. There we are. We're going to load up. Got our 84. We're done. And we're heading on out again. All right, so we've got that additional train in. It looks pretty good. Money, I need to start repaying back the loan. Of course, we're going to have to buy more trains. So while I have two trains, let's go ahead and speed up time to full speed. While I have two trains running grain, I'm going to start seeing more bread production into Springfield. Springfield has not reached its max bread production. So Springfield actually wants 90 bread, and we're only providing 54. So we're, missing out almost on 40. With this other additional train coming in and providing a grain, though, I should be able to see an increase. Let me just pin this really fast. So let's see. I had 13 sitting there waiting for me, so that was like not the best of loads. That just got dropped off. Let me go ahead and pay off part of a loan here. And we're up to 10 already, 12, 13, good, 14, 15. The other grain truck is starting to come back. 23, so 23, 24, 25. Nice, we're getting to max capacity of that train. This one's going to come in. This other grain train is going to come in. We might be able to produce some more bread. We'll see. If we no, they're going to come in about the same time. So I'm not going to get any additional production. He's going to get 31 and he can hold a max of 36, which is not bad, to be honest with you. It'd be better if he could have a little bit more. Now, for San Francisco, we obviously need a whole nother train on this line for San Francisco. And I believe we're doubled up all the way. And since we are doubled up all the way, this is a pretty expensive train as well. Let's stop this and let's get another train on that line. This crude to San Francisco line, that's the one that I want. Let's see if we can reproduce this train. Yeah, of course not. What does this train actually cost me? It's 5 million. It's actually cheaper. Okay, 5.6. I think that was enough for that train. Let's go ahead and look at it again. This line, let's clone this. Still not enough. Let's borrow another one. Let's borrow 2. Just in case. Okay, perfect. So here we go. So this train's going to come out. Seriously in debt now. He's going to pull into this secondary station. Good, did this work? Yes, it did. He's going to load up on bread. Take a quick look at him and pin him really fast. Okay, he's going to get his 36 bread. He's going to go off and he's going to get crude. I probably need to have another 3 or 4 trains. Now, remember that that is a $1 million+ line. So, I mean, it's not that bad. So, repay our debt some. I have 11 million in debt right now. What's my interest rate? It's pretty dang high. We're talking like 70,000 and stuff. So we need to continue to keep paying that off really fast. I'm also, I hate to say this, but I also have to put some maintenance on vehicles. I do like the way that they did this interface where I can select multiple items and say, hey, look, I want my maintenance to be high for every single line that I have, and that'll keep my vehicles in good shape. Remember, there is no expiration anymore. What it is now is solely off of this concept of maintenance. So trains are still going in. We're about $1 million in debt. Good, we just got paid off there. This will start coming back. You'll see pretty quickly that this is gonna start making me significant amount of money, and we can start repaying this loan and get out from underneath this loan and then be in good shape. Matter of fact, why don't I just let this run, and we will come back after the loan is completely paid off. Okay, so in a short amount of time, I did get the loan paid off. You know, I wound up buying a 3rd train for the grain, so that put me back another 6 million. So I had to wait an additional time to get that paid off. But now we're looking good. I mean, we're looking complete profit from here on out. I just got done paying off the loan. You can see last year, we actually made an additional $11 million, which went to go pay off the loan. So this year, if I complete this year, should be making 11 million, roughly about $11 million after all said and done, which then we need to start looking at possibly putting a 4th train on the grain line. You know, the food is keeping up. The production of food is keeping up from the grain. Now that I have an additional train going into San Francisco, this is staying roughly around 50 something. But I'm not producing enough food for Springfield. Springfield, the train is still not taking a full load. It almost took a full load. It was, how short are we? I think we were short like maybe, 10. But still, it's not getting a full load of food. So I think probably I'm going to have to put in one more additional train into this grain line, and then I should be able to keep the food between Springfield and San Francisco producing at the rate in which I expect it to produce. Now, the final stage is going to be, or not the final, but the next stage probably will be to either add more trains into the food oil line and or possibly starting to get in a passenger line. Now, if I look at the way that this is working, you know, my train is going from Springfield into San Francisco in a kind of this roundabout way. That would not be smart if I wanted to do a passenger line. It probably should go from Springfield, extend the train down in this direction, hit Milwaukee, and then come across into San Francisco. I could probably get rid of the passenger line off of this and put a passenger line over in this area over here, another train station. So just make this cargo, not cargo and passenger. I thought that I was going to use it, but I don't think that I will. Unless, of course, I do a loop. I extend this down to Milwaukee from here, then down into this town, which is, I think it's Hiley, if I pronounce that correctly, and then reattach the track back up into here, and I'll be able to get this loop in from San Francisco all the way up into Springfield. It's going to be a little bit strange because it's not really going to be a circle. It will be kind of a partial loop. I'm going to have to rethink this. I might just do a loop for passengers in this town right here. I have the circle coming out. I can extend it out this way, hit Milwaukee, come down this way, and then connect back up to San Francisco, and I can have trains running in both directions. That might be a lot better than worrying about going all the way up into Springfield. Though Springfield is a big town, right? So if we look at the towns and we look at population size, there it is. Springfield is number 1. So Springfield to San Francisco with a passenger line is going to be really nice, but I'm not too sure how I want to accomplish that. So anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Let me know in the comments. I really would like to hear from you guys, and let me know what you think about this series. And that's it. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll know when I go live and when I post new videos. That's about it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.